Before this video gets started, just wanted to point out that this is going to be my first video posted onto this channel. If you guys enjoy this video, it's going to be mostly Minecraft on this channel. I'm going to be doing some videos with my friends, other Minecraft content. Make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, let's get into the video. Alright, so this is going to be how to build the Enderman farm. This is the exact same Enderman XP farm that Philza has in his hardcore world in his season 4 Let's Play. So the materials that you're going to have to build out of have to be one of these, because if you respawn the Ender Dragon, which would make one of these portals, then he cannot destroy any of these blocks, because these blocks are all found in the end. So if he does fly all the way over to your Enderman farm, then he would break it if it were made out of cobblestone or stone. These are the materials you're going to be needing. You're going to need a lot of blocks, a few slabs, some trapdoors, torches, minecarts, rails, and name tags. So step 1 is, I like to do it on this little obsidian thing that you spawn on. I did extend it a little bit. But from this block right here, you need to travel 150 blocks or 128. If you're limited on blocks, you'll 128, but 150, you will get better spawn rates. So we need to travel 150 blocks this way. Also, make sure to torch up your path, so that way Endermen don't spawn on your path. So this is the block that I needed to go. All of this, it's roughly about like 2.5 stacks, 3 stacks of your blocks. And make sure, I just put every single 10 blocks I would place, I would put a torch. That seems to be working the best. Alrighty, so now that we have our pathway, at the very end, right over here, you are going to want to make a 9x9, or it can be 7x7, whatever you want. It does have to be an odd number by an odd number, because in the middle we're going to have a 3x3. So I'm going to make, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So now, you don't have to make it as fancy as this. I just am doing it because I'm creative, and I'm in creative mode. So then you're going to want to go ahead and fill all this in. Now, this next part is a little bit unnecessary. You don't need to do it. I would recommend it, though. Go ahead and build some walls around your Enderman farm. This way, you know, you don't accidentally fall off. Alrighty, so now that we have this area, this is step 1 complete. Alright, so now step 2, in the very middle, right here, you're going to make that 3x3 square out of slabs, just like this. I think I'm going to do this so you guys can see a little better. Alright, so there we go. And now this step is probably the easiest. But from this block right in the middle, you need to go 43 blocks high. So this is how high you are going to need to go for them to fall down and then be one hit down there. So go ahead and build yourself a platform up here just to stand on for now. And remember this block. This block is probably the most important. You can break all of this under. You don't need to do that right now. But now from here, we're going to want to go out 12 by 12, 12, and 12. Also, torch up the area so Endermen don't spawn. There's already some spawning down here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay, so now you should have your farm looking like this, except for this. This is probably going to be built if you're in survival mode. There we go. So now it should just look like an X, or a little reticle. Now you're going to go ahead and do this. You're going to fill in the whole entire area. So now you should have just one square. You're going to go ahead and repeat this step for all of these quadrants. Okay, so now you should have this big platform. Hopefully it's torched up. Another thing that I was thinking of while building this, make sure that you go out into the little remote gateways that you get with by killing the Ender Dragon and getting the Elytra while doing this, because if you were to fall into the void and lose your world, if you're in hardcore, let's say, or just in survival, you lose all your stuff. That would not be good. Would not have a very fun time. So I recommend that. Go get the Elytra before you do this. Alright, so now what our next step is going to be. Remember, so have this block marked. If you didn't mark it, then make sure you just find it really easy. So now we're going to go up 1, 2, 3. You can break these 2 blocks. Now we can make a little, kind of just a little platform up here for us to stand on. If I were you, I'd make yours 4x4. That just has a lot of room to move around in. Alright, so here's where your minecart is going to come in. Build some walls around too, so the endermite does not escape. Go ahead and take your walls. Oh, give me a second, guys. There we go. Alright, so now make this exact formation. You have a wall here, a wall here. Under this minecart, you put a rail, and then put a minecart right there. If you need to move it around, you can. Easy to get back on, easy to get it off. So now, you don't need your minecart anymore, you don't need rails, you don't need your walls anymore. So now, this is going to be probably the most annoying part. Make sure you have good armor when doing this, because you're going to have to throw a lot of ender pearls at the wall. You can't just spawn the endermite in, the enderman will not aggro to it. So now, you just keep on throwing your ender pearls until an endermite spawns. So right here, we got one. That was really fast, I'm really lucky. You can't put it in the minecart and then name tag it. That does not work. I'm just gonna break that. So you need to name tag the endermite. And then now you can put the minecart there. And you just gotta kind of push him. He's in the corner. There we go. That took long enough. Alright. So now, get him onto the minecart, just like so. Go ahead and break your walls. And then, if you place just 2, put all 4 walls down. Break everything but where the minecart is on. And then, this part's probably a little tricky. You have to build up, and then this little rail, break the rail. So now you have your name tagged endermite into this minecart sitting on the block. So now this should be everything that you have. This should be 100% what you have. If you don't, go back in the video. So this block that we marked earlier, go ahead and break that, and 4 blocks around it just like that. And then these 4. So it should just be a 3x3 hole right down here. Go ahead and get your trapdoors. Just like that. So pretty much what the trapdoors do, the Endermen they'll spawn, they'll look at the Endermite, they aggro to them, which goes up to a 64 block. So you can expand this. I don't think you can do 64 because of a radius or going diagonal, but you could go still pretty far out. And then they'll run, and then they'll think that this is a full block. They'll run, take fall damage, and then there'll be one hit down there for you to get your XP. So now go ahead and drop all the way down. Go ahead and place some walls right here. These are temporary. Just like so. So now you should have this. And then place a third one on top, and now you can break all of them. So now you should just have this floating bit right here. I recommend making a border down here, because that's the exact same thing that you were going to mimic right here. This Enderman's being really annoying. Okay, so now you should have this little just spot right here. You can break these 4 corners, so now it should just be this, just like that. So now you don't have to put holes in them. You don't have to make it fancy or whatever, but you have to build all the way up, so that way if they're falling, they don't land like over here or something. Alright, so this now should be the product that you have. We've got our 150 block path all the way out here that leads to this little area right here. That's the Enderman. You can only hit their legs right here. Then we go 43 blocks high up here, which leads to the Endermite with that is name tagged in our minecart. Go ahead and break your torches up here, so that way the Enderman farm will start to work. And as soon as you break all these torches and go down here, the Enderman should start to spawn. I also recommend on the edges put slabs, so that way Endermen don't spawn on the edge right here, because Endermen cannot spawn or teleport to half slabbed blocks. Enderman farm's already working pretty good. Alright, so now the Enderman farm is indeed working. This should be what you've got. You can expand like different rooms. Like I had a world where this was expanded, and there was an enchanted world, enchanted table right here. But yeah, that's the final video. I'll put a video in here of me using it. So yeah, that is pretty much the video on how to build Philza's Enderman farm. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to like. This is my first video on this channel, so subscribe if you feel like it. You don't have to. But that's pretty much the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, like, subscribe. I already said that stuff. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, see you later.